Hey YouTubers, TJ here. This is part one of my gate build. I'm building gates for my house. I have two openings on my street. It's a busy street. I have kids and I have a U-shaped driveway and people are coming in and out. They think it's a U-turn. So I decided to build some gates from scratch. I've been on YouTube. I've been online looking at people's other projects, and I just didn't want to buy anything pre-made because these are, all gates are going to be custom made, contingent upon your opening. With that said, this is going to be my the center tube. This is 2x2 by 1/8 wall, square tubing. It's 24 feet long. It's right now on my Bridgeport. I think drilled 19 of the 30-something holes, 38 holes I need to drill for my pickets. My pickets are going to go through these holes here. I'm not sure if I'm going to go around pickets yet or 3/4 rectangular, but I had to make a 1-inch hole in order to fit the rectangular 3/4 inch square tube through here. My gates are going to be sliding. I'm using a truck style gate system. It's made in Italy. I forget the name, but the trucks are pretty cool. It's kind of like a cantilever design, but you don't have the top roller showing anywhere. But there is going to be a roller against here on each side. So I do have to pour some cement, and I need to have a roller on here and on here. So I need to put a post on this side of the gate. It's going to be behind a stone wall, so you're not going to see it. And the other roller will be attached to the stone wall with a bracket. This truck system comes with a pretty cool tracking system that welds onto the bottom of your bottom frame. I'll get to that later once I start getting to the assembly and welding of it. As I said, I'm going to leave this 24 feet long. My gate opening is 12'10", and I need to have overhang. I talked to the company that sells these parts. It's in Florida. I forget the name of the company, but they say to have as much overhang as possible so you put less stress on the trucks that are cemented into the ground. Anyways, so this is going to be just a quick video on how I located my holes. These holes are 4-inch on center, and I have a digital readout. So what I did is I found the center of this hole, the original hole I started with, and moved it over 4 inches. I made a jig. This jig, what it is, just a piece of 1-inch round, and this 1-inch hole is exactly 4 inches off on center from this piece of round stock. I have plates on the side that fit tight around the tube itself. Sometimes it fits too tight. I have to hammer it to get it off. But I'd rather have it tight than wobbly. My y-axis is locked right now. So is my x-axis actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I use my jig to locate the next hole that's going to be, I'll slide it over. What I do is I loosen the vise and I slide it over. Again, this is 24 feet long. It's hanging almost out the garage door. And I have another door out the back of my garage that I'm probably going to have to open, because I need to go at least 6 or 8 more feet right now. So what I do is, excuse me, I attach this to the hole I just made, and I loosen as I said, I loosen the vise and I slide the material over until this piece hits the side of the vise, and then I know I'm 4 inches away. What I did at first is I used the annular cutter, and I made a tool. This tool here that would hold the annual cutter. It goes in a 3/4 collet, and these set screws are for the annual cutter itself, because there's 290 flats on the annual cutter. I did get an annual cutter on eBay, 2-inch depth of cut by 1 inch. On the second cut, it exploded on me. I think this is made in China. I'm not even going to contact the seller. It's just not worth it. So this is just, be careful what you buy on eBay. This is total junk. I have other annual cutters. I never had a problem with annual cutters exploding like this. I mean, this thing just exploded. It didn't catch anything. I had the right RPM and everything for it. I was lubricating it, and I've never had a problem with annual cutters. I have another one from Hogan that I've been using for years and never broke. So this is junk. So I'm not going to use this, of course. Yeah, so what I did is I found a 1-inch kind of a drill. I believe it's carbide. It works really well. And I put it in a 3/4 collet. So here's how I actually locate my holes. Got to put my safety glasses on here. So what I do is I put this down in the hole. Make sure it fits snug. And I loosen my vise. And I slide the piece over, like so, until it hits. I tighten the vise up, make sure my roller's good over there. Again, this is 24 feet long. I just check real quick, put it in neutral. I check my cutter real quick to make sure I'm in line with that hole. I have about, I don't know, I would say a couple thou on each side. Looks good. Again, we're not building a space shuttle here. Take this jig out. As I said, sometimes it's real tight to get out. Sometimes it isn't. But this you just wiggle out, and it does pop off. Get some anchor lube here. A little bit up, pretty good. I have it in back here. I like this cutter, it's really nice. Anchor lube's nice, it doesn't have that smoke, that stinky smell. I go down to the other side of the tube, give it some lube here, cool off a little bit, and start again. Let the cutter do the work. Almost through. Okay, I'm through. So that's end of part one. Probably the next part will be welding the frame together and or mitering the corner for the lower frame and welding the track on the lower frame. Anyways, thanks for watching. I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram page. My Instagram site is TJS Performance. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you.